Hello, friends. It's Mrs. Jane on Fun Day Monday, September the 21st, 2020, with all the good news you can use about our fantastic day with our Fantastic Fours. We started off as usual with our check-in with Mrs. Ann, followed by some check-in downstairs. Put our things away in our cubbies, put our folders in the box, did some sanitizing of our hands, signed in with our t-shirts, and started right away with those tabletop activities. On table number 1 today, we were finding the letters in our name and coloring them red. On table number 2, we were putting apples in a tree. Each of the trunks told us a number, and that's how many apples we put in the tree. And we used our fingerprints as apples. We dipped them onto the red ink pad and then put them into the tree. On table number 3, we were talking about our stay safe rules. And so today we talked about how we look when we use listening ears, and we sang our song, "The children in the classroom use listening ears, listening ears, listening ears. The children in the classroom use listening ears all day long." We made a sentence strip headband, color of our choice, that told I use listening ears at school, and then we colored some ears to staple onto the sides. We also had a partner activity today. You chose a partner, and then you went about the room looking for each other's pictures. That would be just a way of getting to know each other again. And then once you had those pictures of each other, you came back to Mrs. Jane, and each got to tell me a little bit about yourselves. All information we're going to use in our upcoming class book. Stay tuned for that one. And then once we finished all of our tabletop activities, we assembled on the choo-choo line as usual. Today's ticket, however, changed. It was no longer the Friendship Bears. Today it was letter A. And in, of course, our color red. Our train took us today to the red carpet where we talked about our job board because, get this, friends and family, on Wednesday we're starting classroom jobs. And so another part of our day. There's a large job board right next to where we sign in, and there's an assortment of jobs. Every child gets a job every day they come to school, so they change every time we come to school. We start out with persons of the day. There are pledge leaders. There are attendance officers, materials manager, collection agent, librarian, gardener, and each of the kids completes their job sometime during the day, as is appropriate. Once we talked about that, we brought ourselves over to the circle area. We did our introduction of persons of the day. We were able to say the pledge, sang a little good morning song, and then we danced for a while to the Little Fishies. After that was done, we split up into our groups. And today, in the art side of things, Mrs. Ann and the groups painted with apples. I know, you're probably wondering, how does that go? Very easily, actually. We cut the apples in half, and we had a fork in the apple to act as a handle, and then we dipped it into a combination of yellow, green, and red paint, and we made apple prints on a black background. And so parents, when you come in to sign the kids in, take a look at the wall. Probably by Wednesday, they'll be dry and ready for viewing. On the literacy side of things, we were playing with letter A. So today we had some action cards on the floor in a circle. We played some music. When the music stopped, you stopped on an action square and did that action. So we were jumping, we were doing jumping jacks and jills, we were marching, we were jogging, we were stretching, we were toe touching. And once we finished that little action part, we adjourned back to the blue chairs, and we did our very first A tree, letter tree. And so on the tree, we had to circle, put a ring around all the A's that we saw. And that is a process, parents. So we're training our eyes to look top to bottom on the page, left to right, and as well as recognizing those A's and making that circle too. Great first day at it. Great attempt by everyone. Once we finished those groups, then we went to have our snack and our little break. Had some free time in the library, and after that, our center times today included housekeeping, of course, blocks and trucks, sit and spin, bouncy balls, and of course the horse stable was open. And then before you knew it, it was time to look at those me bags and wrap up for the day. A couple of announcements, parents. We should keep brainstorming those A words. Keep all of those red things coming in, shirts and shoes and socks and all kinds of things that we can look at our morning circle. And then be on the lookout for some information about our first field trip. That'll be happening in October. Mommy Sapa will be having a little notice for everybody coming up soon with all the details about it, but just be on the lookout for that. And anybody who hasn't sent in an art smock or a pencil box, please do so because we need those on the daily. I think that wraps it up for us. Remember, if you have any questions or any comments, please call us, please textify us, or email us. Glad to respond. Hope everybody has a great rest of the day. Talk to you soon. Bye now.